We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider. It is Thursday. That means throw the ball. Audio pod listeners, you know what I'm talking about. Also, grab the wheel. Adam's driving us through our social drive presented by Reed's Jewelers. And this is where we're going to bounce around social media, find some Tar Heel or pod or both related topics. And we'll start, Adam, with one of our favorites, Garrison Brooks. Garrison tweeting this out at some point this week. The part that matters is the quote in the original tweet that says, "It's amazing what you can accomplish when nobody cares who gets the credit." And Adam, of course, that's a staple around Carolina basketball.
Roy Williams would be scandalized to know that Tyler Lockett was using this as a shot at someone.
Subtle shot.
That's just a thought for the day, practice number one every single year, get everybody on the same page type of quote, not a subtweet type of quote, Jones. Tyler Lockett, you're not using that appropriately, but don't worry, Garrison Brooks knows how to use it. Garrison been in Chapel Hill quite a bit until he left for his professional season, was at practice a lot, was around the basketball office quite a bit, so great to see him back in town.
Somebody who had several quality professional seasons, a staple here on the social drive. That, of course, is Michael Jordan. And Adam, this is some pretty cool, I think you found this. This is some pretty cool footage that was out there this week.
I found it because my name is NBA Cobwebs. This is Michael Jordan's first 3 NBA dunks. He really started with some high degree of difficulty.
Here comes Mr. Jordan is right. Broken up by Daly and gets it away to Jordan. Oh, showtime for Mr. Jordan. And we are tied at...
Well, here's one of these nice fancy dunks. Most players really don't have to worry about doing that. They're just stretching to get to the hoop.
I enjoy when you're here seeing some of that old footage, like the amazement from the announcers at Michael Jordan. Like, never seen anything like this before.
They actually had not seen anything like that before. His third dunk in his NBA career was like an altered version of the Rock the Cradle dunk that no one had ever seen before until he did it at Cole Fieldhouse.
All right, Cam Johnson, it's not even fair to show a Cam Johnson dunk right after Michael Jordan dunking, but this is a nice dunk too, Cam. And Cam, one of our favorites here on the Carolina Insider, former Tar Heel, having a great season with the Phoenix Suns. He is, as of through this weekend, averaging better than 12 points per game and right around 4 rebounds per contest. Great to see Cam doing well.
And what a testament to him, because remember, when he got here, he was not physically capable of making plays like that because he was in some pain. He had some work done on his back and just couldn't do that. His teammates used to give him a hard time that he couldn't dunk. Now he's dunking like that in an NBA game, and amazing DeAndre Ayton.
Adam, Halloween, of course, this past Monday. That means all kinds of shenanigans out there on social media. We just picked out a couple. Here's women's lax. Really impressed. That's some commitment there. A lot of different look. What is the bottom right just trash, Adam?
I believe they are trash.
Well, we don't believe that, but those are hilarious costumes for women's lacrosse. And then one of our favorites, Director of Pod Security, Rusty Cotterman. This is a good one here, Adam. He's teaching those kids right.
Make sure you check the tombstone there, and of course they've got their Iron 5 shirt ready to go. That's a popular neighborhood spot right there. The faces really sell it though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's go from there to golf. A very natural transition from Halloween to the golf course. Adam, we had Ben Griffin, former Tar Heel, on August 12th. So just a couple of months ago, had Ben join us. He, former Tar Heel, had gone professional, but had stepped away from the game for a while. He just was totally burned out on golf, but decided to come back, had a top 5 finish this past week on the PGA Tour. And here's a recent interview with Ben just about why he was able to get back into the game.
If you walked away and did your 9-to-5 desk job, why did you come back to golf?
I had a couple weird signs that were telling me I'd lay in bed and I'm like, maybe I should be playing golf. My grandpa passed away, he got my dad into golf, he got me into golf, was a big part of my career. And then I accidentally drove to the golf course, which was right beside my office, wearing work clothes. Once those signs kind of happened, I was like, I think I need to come back to golf.
You saw in one of those pictures, young Ben wearing a Tar Heel shirt. He's a Chapel Hill native, a Carolina fan growing up, and of course, as we said, came here to Carolina. He actually had the lead on Sunday, had it slip away on the back 9, but Adam, what a ascent for Ben Griffin in golf.
Can you imagine the amount of talent required to go from out of the game to I'm going to finish top 5 in the entire world in an event in the span of less than 12 months? That is impressive. Also impressive, I think all our future interviews should be conducted over just a bowl of salad.
Yeah, they did. They had a nice meal there in front of them that they had perhaps had a couple of bites of before they began the interview. So great to see Ben doing well. Again, that interview, if you'd like to hear our sit down with Ben, it was back in mid-August. August 12th is when we talked with him. Adam, let's go to the women's soccer side of things. Of course, we're used to seeing Tar Heels have a lot of success here in Chapel Hill, but a couple former Tar Heels bringing home some more hardware.
These are Tar Heels who just win all the time. Megan Klingenberg and Crystal Dunn-Sobrier won the NWSL championship with the Portland Thorns. Not a great bit of news for them because they also won a national championship at Carolina. They won a World Cup with the U.S. women's national team. Now they've won a professional championship. Jones, Tar Heels just win.
Former Tar Heel Brianna Pinto also found this out there in social media. Really cool that she had donated a mini futsal field right here locally in Durham at Hillside High School. You see there donating that to help give young players a safe place to go and work on their game. So tip of the cap to Brianna Pinto.
And cool to see her do it back in her community, something that she knows about that'll be impactful.
All right, let's get to some not quite as serious stuff here as we finish things up over the last couple of minutes. Adam, we know Drake May has been doing it on the field, and I think maybe Drake, who we just had on the audio pod a couple of weeks ago, maybe Drake listening, he's practicing that arms crossed serious face there in the post-game press conference.
All right, Drake, we'll take a picture with you. You don't have to make it so obvious. We'll do it.
He looks like he was very disapprovingly listening to that question. I'm sure that wasn't. He probably started his answer with yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, I'm sure.
I think someone had probably suggested that he had a great game. And he was like,
I did have that one incompletion in the second quarter.
I probably could have had 8 touchdowns.
During the game, of course, I'm up there in the radio booth with our Tar Heel Sports Network team calling the game. And Adam, I think my favorite invention of the season has been that we have now added a camera in the booth. So you can watch us call the games. What could be more exciting than watching us talk on the radio during a football game? And Adam, high hilarity here from Miles on what I'm looking at through my binoculars.
This has to be the worst thing in the world for you. Like, just imagine someone can watch you for all 4 hours of you watching the Tar Heels play.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound great. A lot of people want to know if your credential says G College.
It does not. I did specifically request that, but they gave me just the green G on the credential this year. But hold on, that's not the only one we have. Matt Krause, our statistician and spotter, of course, also our play-by-play voice for Carolina women's basketball. That's a mean tweet. When we do a read mean tweets at some point, Adam, I'll read that one.
Brian Simmons.
By the way, Matt very classily cleared this up and said correctly that we have a TV right above us, and so he was looking at the replay of the play to check something out, and that's why he was looking up.
Oh, Fletcher with the fake news right there.
Yeah, thanks, Fletcher.
Brian Simmons, underrated part of that tweet, looking like he's about to go out and run like an ultra marathon or something as the rest of you guys are calling the game.
Secretly, Brian lives down in Orlando. He may have been tough at one point in time, kind of soft now. He was cold during the Pitt game. It was like 58 degrees. So we got to toughen him up eventually. I guess 10 years in the NFL didn't do it for him. Adam, thankfully, you remembered your Lenovo tablet this show because last show you didn't, and look how sad you are.
Well, that's what happens when your Lenovo card gets taken away, but I've earned it back. What I've done is I've gotten a belt clip so that now I can have my Lenovo tablet on my person 24 hours a day. I actually sleep with it too because I sleep wearing a belt. And this way, anytime anyone says, "Are you a Lenovo?" I say, "You know it."
All right, we got to finish, and we got to finish fast. You know we love Roadhouse. Adam found this, some breakdown of some Roadhouse fight scenes. Let's take a look and censored listen.
So he needs to send in some heavy artillery. Dalton quickly scans the newcomers and realizes this man has a Cutco knife attached to his big toe. He informs the guys that the bar is already a total and my man is like, "Oh, that's chill. We'll just go back to our cars." Blade kick! Dalton doesn't respect dudes who need to hide weapons, so he drags this out like he just himself in the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit. If
someone tries to kick you with a knife boot, just break his leg. Easy answer. Thanks for being with us here on the latest edition of the Carolina Insider.